Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Everyone watching all over the world. Welcome to Tonight is a very special program. Very special, and I'm tonight. Sadly, we have apologies for his he gets a full coverage and what we've got some familiar faces. Yes, which will come. Let's go to the familiar faces and say what. For those who are watching overseas, welcome to Bideshi vibe. This is Sunday fortnight here to talk everything and beyond. So join us tonight for a special session. Going to be about the party 2020. Take away time. Coming to the main founding inspiration behind there. And we're also coming to the show which is on the sports challenge. We've got the other sports coming up. But before we do that, let's do some of the regular faces. Whoever here.
Assalamualaikum, brothers, sisters. I'm a co-host today. Our here, Salam Jones, a special guest placed in my heart. Inshallah, his Answer by over to you.
Right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Right. To all the viewers of Bideshi Vibe, wherever you are in the UK, Europe, Bangladesh, America, Canada. A belated Mubarak to you all. I know it has been a week, but since I'm here today, so I thought I'd take that advantage and wish you all Mubarak. Our usual host is Brother Yahya and Brother Kabir, who is not today. So therefore, me and Brother Naza here just to give company to Brother Yahya. And we have a wonderful guest, Salam Jones. Man, many talent. Brother Yahya knows more about it. We'll be doing the proper introduction along with Brother Naz. So we have a proper, very good event this evening for you all. So stay tuned and get your friends to tune in as well.
Thank you very much, Nazir Bhai. Thank you to and of course for all those who are going to like, share with your family, spread the word about we've got coming up very soon. If you really know the opportunity and don't our guest to on this challenge. Without if you like, the man of the future challenge. My favorite people how to make this the best kitchen dining kitchen the carpenter is he's also mashallah. And also very good community engagement to engage our lots of people like whether it's music, photography, a host of things. But the greatest thing about it is that he's here for everyone, especially and without
over to you, sir.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
Can you guys hear me? Okay. I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you. I didn't understand a word. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. How are you guys?
Perfect, bro. Just happy to be with you, sharing the screen.
Okay. Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Let's talk. What would you like to talk about?
We've just lost he'll be back. In the meantime, when we hear a bit more about you, the person you are today, come out to be the way you are today, the things that you inspire to follow you, and the things that you want to do in the future. So let's talk today about Jones. So let's find out a bit more about you and what you offer to your community.
Okay. I'm trying to understand. Unfortunately, we're having issues tonight. Apologies to everybody who's messaging me and who's watching us live. These things happen. Have to bear with us and get it sorted. Right. So Ansar Bhai is going to ask me a huge amount of questions now, right? And hopefully I'll be able to answer. My voice isn't bad. Right.
I think you said my name, but because of the technical difficulties, I'm finding it difficult to understand what you said.
Okay, so apparently my voice. I'll do it for you. What would you like to know? You wanted
to. Okay. What would I like? About this Bangladeshi dinner party that you're hosting in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
Right.
Let me explain to everybody what Bangladeshi party is about. So I'm a Bangladeshi man, and one of the things that I love to do, absolutely love to do, is cook. Right. So if it usually says my sound is fine, if you don't mind, I'll carry on just for a little while. Right. So one of the things that I really enjoy doing with the chef is cooking. And when I buy cooking, I mean Dom, Casa, Bangali, village cooking. You know, the same cooking that we were raised with. My first came here. So the I traditional Hutushira, Hidol, Kholjab, Makshabuna, whatever I've been raised with. As a man cooking this kind of stuff, there is a slight novelty to it. So a lot of people are really surprised that a man can cook betinto randa, as they consider it traditional betinto randa. Because of this, I've kind of got into the attention of the Tahan Bangladeshis, and a lot of them really wanted to try my cooking. However, for my sins, I got married to a lady who lives in Dunstable, which is outside London, and for some reason, Bangladeshi people in East London, they're really scared to come outside of the M25. I don't know why, but maybe it's a magical circle, and they're worried that they're going to turn into stone when they come out of the M25. Anyway, so what I did was I said once, okay, everybody stay in London. I'll come to you and I'll cook for 100 people. It was a bit of a joke initially. I'll cook for 100 people. And you know what? You can all pay us a little bit of money and we'll give the money to charity. And that's how the concept of the Bangladeshi dinner party started. We've been going nearly 4 years now. And alhamdulillah, it's just grown from strength to strength. This year, because of the COVID thing, we really couldn't do a full-on dinner party. So what we've decided to do is we've done a smaller takeaway version of it. Similar, but instead of sitting in a hall with 100, 150 people, we've got them to come to us one by one and take away their food, and then they can take it wherever they want. Some are taking it home. Some are taking it to a park, having it with their friends, their families. Whatever, but the ultimately it's all boils down to the same thing. We are representing Bangladeshi culture through our cuisine.
Can I just stop you there? He's
sure.
Also Matata, yes. So sometimes that comes out of passion and love. So not just salam.
You know what? That's a lot better.
Okay.
That sounds much better. Somebody
It is.
pressed a button somewhere.
What I'm saying.
Salam bhai, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Salam bhai?
Yes, yeah, I can actually understand you now as well. God,
Okay. So that's a good sign. Anyway,
that's a very good sign.
I hear you have 10 dishes, 10 favorite dishes that you will cook on the day. Can you tell us a bit more about how you came about with these 10 lovely dishes?
Okay, initially it was started as a joke. I thought, you know what? I've written a book I've not got around to publishing yet. It's called A Month of Good Food. So in that book there are 30 hardcore traditional Bangladeshi dishes. So you've got dail, you've got bazis, you've got lota, hutkishira, mangsho, murgi. You've got fish, mas biran, mas tenga mas, and everything else. So. Well, okay, the shirt. Right, I'll answer the shirt in a bit. Right, so you've got all these traditional dishes, 30 dishes in the book, and one day, inshallah, I'll get round to publishing the book. So I wanted to cook all 30 dishes. I made a marathon, and I can hear myself again. I can hear myself again. Come back. I think it's come back. Let me just turn this down. Right. So I wanted to cook all 30 dishes. So we did, with the help of some beloved friends. We did actually manage to cook all 30 dishes. I charged everybody £30 for 30 dishes, and it was 100 people. It took me 10 days to sell all 100 tickets, and that money that year we gave to a brothel rescue project, a brothel children's rescue project in the south of Bangladesh, near oh God, I can't remember the name now, but Joshua. So I went down to Joshua myself. I delivered the money, and these are the children of working prostitutes. Who Mainul Haidar is, bro, you're always hungry. I've never known you to not be hungry. Right?
I'm also
I went down to Joshua myself to monitor the money, and it was a really, really humbling experience for me to see children raised on a brothel. And that with that, I think it was about £5,000 we gave them, and with that money, it was really rewarding to see that how we've helped to rescue these children and provide for them with education, housing, clothing for a year. And that was really lovely. And that's how the idea started. So because we have 30 dishes every year, and there are about 5 or 6 chefs in the kitchen helping you. I wish I could say, you know what, if I'm Superman and I've cooked all 30 dishes myself, that would be a total lie.
But you can cook 30 dishes though. All 30 you can cook. It's not
all 30 are my recipes. Yeah. They're all my recipes. The way Amar Ma, Tumar Ma, everybody's mother used to cook them when they first came here. And back then we didn't have a lot of money. So
my bibi, right?
Sorry?
Your ma is my bibi. We from better State Massive area, yes?
Yes. Okay. All right. If you want to go back that far, yes, yeah. But
yes.
Everybody's mother used to cook, and the thing is, Tara, the thing about Bengali kitchens, you'll know, is that Saizon Khawani and Arzon Khawani Shoman Khota. Yeah. So it's just Shiraz Delau Alu Khota Bolon Delau. That's it. It's done. Yeah. So they used to create miracles with the tiniest of resources. So sardine biran is not a traditional Bangladeshi dish, but Odeshoya tinor sardine di tara tomato di golya, or fiaz di golya, they'll make a bazi out of it. Salmon fish head. So otadi tengashira horto. So there's so many dishes that are not traditionally Bangladeshi, but if you go to the village,
I guess it's our mothers. They're very creative. Mothers are very creative. This is where all the inventions came in from.
They absolutely had to be. They had very little resources. They had, Tishkondi asta hafta hawaita. To me, you had to eat. A family of 4 would eat for £30 for the whole week, and that was literally their shopping budget.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit to the charity that you're helping with this 29th of August event, Bangladeshi Dinner Party Takeaway.
Okay.
What is the cause and why? What was the reason behind you coming on board with that charity?
Okay, the BRT UK. I mean, I have to explain a little bit about the way I work with charities, right? So, I don't work with charities that have director salaries of 120 grand. I don't work with charities that pay huge staff costs. It's a bit unfair to expect. I'm not a volunteer at all. There's 25 of us. We work, we give up our time for free. We're not going to give it to a charity that has huge costs attached. it's not fair on us if they're all getting paid and we're not. And that's not the issue here. The issue is, if I give you £5,000, I would like to see that £5,000 go to the end cause. So one of the reasons why I work with BRT UK amongst various other charities is because you guys are made up of volunteers. So from what I've seen, and you're very transparent with your budgets, your spending, you're all honest, decent hard-working guys. From what I can see. I won't name any charities, but there's lots of them having issues currently in the public eye with their finances, with their alleged kita. It's. I don't need this. Nobody. No.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, with the mercy of Allah, we are on the right track. So that's
the point I'm trying to make is this is my philosophy regarding charity work. So I'll only work with charities that what do you call it? I'll only work with charities that I can respect and look straight in the eye. So BRT UK is one of these charities. I've met up with you guys in Bangladesh. Is it possible to have a Bengali version of that's disgusting, man? Why on earth would you want jelly deal? Jelly deal's khaisani. I don't know who is I really have to look at these comments. Right? So it's like Amar Bilair Khani. Yeah, jelly. That's literally what jelly eels taste like, and I have tried it in my life once. And I mean,
yeah, but how can you compare it with Bilair Khani though?
No, it's disgusting, bro. It's just horrible. It's jelly.
Jelly eel are kusia shoman jinish ni.
Eels, no, eels are what is it called? Buying mass.
No,
so imagine buying mass. It is buying mass, man. Eel.
Is it?
So what's kusia then? What's kusia?
What is what?
Kusia. That is not a buying.
I have no idea.
But it looks like a bike.
I have no idea.
I think eel is the kusia.
Mr. Rashid Sanaz is saying something. Tura spice delay later is even muscle shoman Bangladesh.
Yeah. I'm sure. Bilair Khani khaita ni amar kaise hasne
We'll get her one of these dishes for her.
Whoever wants to eat that particular jellied eel version of cat food, I will invite them to the Bangladeshi dinner party 2020 takeaway, and that can will be given by Salam Bhai to just that person.
That specific
person.
I will take along jellied eels to one of the things that for my sins I love seafood. So I love the old, when you go on the streets and you've got the little stalls with the cockles and the whelks and the mussels and all the rest of it. You go and I'll try jellied eels there, and you will never try them again. I don't know it's not my cup of tea, and I love my fish. So, but that's the reason why I'm working with the BRT UK this year. We did have another charity. I'm not going to lie, but because of the COVID situation, we decided amongst ourselves that it would be best if BRT took this year, and next year we can have once the normality resumes, and we can have a bigger function. And that's not to fob you guys off, okay? Please, because I don't even feel that's not to fob you off.
What cause are you supporting for that particular event?
This one.
Yes.
The 2020, yeah. It's for the SIPS program, so it's a student investment program. The idea is that you have exceptionally talented children in Bangladesh who come from very, very poor backgrounds. They don't necessarily have the funds to be able to put themselves through a higher university or higher education. So it's a good project, It's a very good project, actually. It's about. I mean, we talk about ongoing charity, and to me, to fund a child, a young person, education is a form of ongoing charity. If you can teach somebody, I can go to Bangladesh and I can buy them. I can buy them 50 fishing rods. They can. Does that make sense? I can give them 50 fish and I can feed them all for a day. But if you give them the fishing rods, they can start. If you give them the education, they can. They're not. The thing is, So up till now, Bangladesh has relied heavily on handouts. There is a major culture of relying on Bideshi British people. Yeah. So if we empower the Bangladeshis to feed themselves, to provide for themselves, the children we're raising in this country, they're not going to have a huge interest in funding Bangladesh in 20, 30 years' time. So you'll have a huge generation in Bangladesh. Then who do they turn to? So the idea is if you plant the seeds today, in 20, 30 years' time, you won't have a whole generation of Bengalis going, I'm not a foreshadow. Because the answer from our children will be, no, we don't want to give you money because I'm not going to get a connection now. Yeah, education is definitely key to. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly there, my sister, and breaking that cycle of poverty. Education is the way forward. They say that if you educate, you know, and the other thing is I'm really, really keen on is one of the things that I've noticed is we're very, very quick to throw sewing machines. This is an example I'm using here, right? So I had a conversation with a friend who's running another project in Bangladesh, and we're very quick to throw sewing machines at people, but if you don't educate them how to use the sewing machines, it's pointless. All you're doing is nizore shanti dira, nizore buz dira, ami ekta
one sec, we have to stop you there. Bhai, you want to talk about Crack the Code challenge, please?
Yes. Thank you, Salam Bhai. That was very. Although we were chatting brief, we talked about the Bangladeshi dinner party 2020 takeaway. We're going to come back to that. Salam Bhai was talking about some of his dishes, the charity that he's working with this year, which is BRT UK, and their particular project, which is student investment program. It's really about supporting poor but highly talented students in Bangladesh who are, inshallah, going to make that a key difference. We're going to go on to Crack the Code. That's something we get all of our audience to do. It's a challenge for all of the viewers out there. Zara Zehantone dekha shobai lagi ekta opportunity ase. Apnara answer diba just by messaging and responding to us. Don't forget to like, share, our page with others. The rules are Crack the Code or challenge rules. Take the first letter of each answer and then unscramble the set of 6 letters to make a well-known word associated with Bangladesh. So it could clear us here. Basically, from each of the clue, you have to pick up 1 letter and then make a word that is associated with Bangladesh, and it's a well-known word, inshallah. So the clues are going to be coming one by one. The prize for today's Crack the Code challenge is tickets for a complete set of takeaway dishes from the Bangladeshi Dinner Party 2020. All right, so some of you are going to be lucky here.
How many dishes in one set? Can you explain to us?
Me. Sorry, you're talking to me. Okay. So this year, what we did was, because it was a takeaway version, we didn't want to offer 30 dishes. So we had a vote. We had a general vote, and we asked everybody to choose their favorite 10 dishes. And from that vote, we worked out. The funniest thing is the hidal satni is always the number one. So to amra poison, amra British, and like the khaina, marato gon horbo, yeah. Hidal satni is always the number one. Yeah, but I think it was prawn buna.
Sasa, is it more men liking the dish, or is it more women? You get a lot of people asking for the dish. I saw you cook and go and hand deliver these dishes to people. What's going on here?
Okay, right. The hand delivery thing is, if I genuinely like someone, I don't sell the dishes. Okay, so if I genuinely like someone, I'll make them some hidal satni and I'll bring it to their house. This is, I have to genuinely like somebody. Okay, so none of you guys. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I guess we're not on that list.
Yeah. Well, no, you can come on the day and enjoy my hidal satni. But these are for people that I cook. It's also a way to raise awareness of the dinner party itself. And one other thing, guys, listen, I really need to clear this up, right? So, as much as I am the face of the Bangladeshi dinner party, amal logez eta manusha soin, yeah. There's 10, 12, 14 main volunteers within the team, and Nazir will know this. But really, on the day, there's about 20 of us. Without these guys giving up their time, without them being, they're investing their energy and their efforts and their menot, this Bangladeshi dinner party would be nothing. I'm just the face, and as much as you guys talk about me and my cooking, believe me, without this team behind me, so I have to say that first and foremost.
No, definitely, Salam Bhai. You've been doing it for quite a few years, and none of this great work. They always say behind a great person, are greater people, and definitely so.
Much greater people.
Sadly, they're not obviously on. Some of them are probably actually watching this program live.
Some of them are actually making comments. Yeah.
I'm sure they're watching. So your names are known. Inshallah, if you'd like to meet these great volunteers, book your ticket and come on the day and pick up your takeaway from the Bideshi Dinner Party 2020. Hidul Hutki seems to be the number one choice. Maybe it might be this year. We don't know. But come and grab your dish, inshallah. We want to go get on
in the prize fund. 6 dishes, 6 from 10 to choose from. Is that right?
Once you've got that number in your head.
5. I mean,
5 dishes plus rice. It's 6 dishes. I'm not charity. Guljar rice free. Okay, let's not go there. Right, so anyway, it's 5 dishes, and 5 dishes and rice. So you've got an option of 10. To be honest with you, we are pretty much sold out of 150 tickets. I've kept a few aside for Nizor Manush, and obviously you guys have taken 2. Yeah, so I mean, whoever wins these, is it a competition, right?
It's a competition. Crack the code.
Okay. So whoever wins this, we can't take part, can we? No,
we can't. No,
no, you can't, and we can't. No,
okay,
it's the fine.
Right, so whoever wins these tickets, they're going to have a fantastic meal. I mean, I can tell you on the menu is prawn buna. We've got sina with hathora. We've got sina with hathora. We've got lota, hutkishira. We've got masbiran, dimbuna. We've got tomato borta. So we've got quite some really good traditional home cooked, dostasa meals. Amazing food, cooked by the team, the entire team, not just myself. We've got mackerel satni with fresh laifata from my own garden. So yeah, it's really, it'll be for the sum of £20. To me, bala to get fed, do you know what I mean? So you can't feed a family of 4 with 1 meal, like some people have tried. But right, regarding the shirt, okay, let me clear this up really quickly. The shirt is a present from my beloved wife, who travels a lot for her work. So pre-COVID, she flew around the world. This particular shirt is from either Malaysia or Singapore. So it's one of these. There you go. Okay, dragon style kind of shirts. It's one of my favorite shirts because my wife bought it for me. All right, and it is a lovely shirt. Thank you. Right, so
that's the shirt done with. That's the shirt done.
Yeah.
Back to the challenge.
Have you ever considered opening your own restaurant? Like you're spending a lot of time in Brick Lane area. Go to a lot of these places. I see you in some of the favorite restaurants. Have you ever considered opening a catering industry yourself?
There is a dream we have that we would like one day we would open something that feeds our food to this. But whether it's going to happen in the decade, I mean, it's not about for me. It's really a shock.
So, once you're in talking about Brick Lane, এটার অবস্থা দেখি বলবো ব্যবসা হল বন্ধ হয়ে যায় আমরা রেস্টুরেন্ট বিশেষ করে রেস্টুরেন্ট হল বন্ধ হয়ে যায় what's your feeling about that বুঝুন একটা রাইট বা আমরা we're not moving with time বা একটা সরকারে আমরা উপরে enough staff there বা what's going on here more than
basically what Salam is alluding to, and I think I would like to say something here. Salam Bhai, in due time there won't necessarily be anything called Bangla Town. The way that demographic shift is happening and it's so fast. It took some of our entrepreneurs as well as leadership by storm. It went boom like that. It was kind of, I don't think they were really working to make sure that it would be able to stand on its own feet, but it seems like it's going to be bulldozed out, and there may not be this idea of a Bangla Town anymore, just like the permanent Chinatown, let's say in Manchester or in the city, for example.
Okay, in the development community, we have a saying, and that is follow the artists. So in any community, in any city, in any urban setting, you will have a trend called follow the artist. So developers, investors, hipsters will follow the artists. So the artists go to the cheapest parts of town because they are artists and they have no money. So they go to the slums and the ghettos and the, where it's really cheap to live and work. Yeah. What happens then is the trendies move in. Because the trendies move in, prices start to go up. This is very common. It happened in Bermondsey. It happened in Shoreditch. It happened in Hackney Wick. It will no doubt happen in Brick Lane. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer to this. All I can do is explain to you what's going on. And it is literally a question of gentrification. Eventually, the restaurant owners will get priced out. They have to look at a different way of attracting their audience. If they want to survive, they may have to put up their prices. I don't know. I don't run a restaurant, bro. I mean, I'm, but all I can do is explain to you what's going on. Gentrification pushes up prices, which attracts more trendy people who have the money, the means to be able to afford that kind of, I mean, if you look at the cafe, Serial Killer, it's like £3.50 for a bowl of cornflakes. What are you smoking? Do you understand? So but that's only because we've allowed it to get that far. And it is about following the artist. So the artist moved in because in any city you go to, Newcastle, Manchester, Birmingham, wherever you go, wherever it's cheap to live, that's where the artists will go, and artists tend to.
My question is, support are they getting support from the government, the local authority, wherever the issue is? They're left in bewilderness at the moment. From outside, I know a lot of other things, but.
Can I just butt in here? I think we because obviously this is a very long discussion. We only opened a little window into that discussion in context to the whole Bangladeshi dinner party, Bangladeshi food and Brick Lane, and so on and so forth. Maybe another time, not only Salam Bhai, maybe other relevant and related people can also be hosted for us to talk more about it. We want to stay on the Bangladeshi dinner party, but we just introduced the Crack the Code. I want to give out the questions, please, the Crack the Code challenge questions. So everyone who's watching, from wherever you're watching, if you really concentrate, take the questions and see if you can crack it. The first question is, what name is given to a 7-sided polygon? Okay, what name is given to a 7-sided polygon? Right. Question 2 is, what is the name of the famous landmark tower in Paris? What is the name of the famous landmark tower in Paris? That's the second question. Number 3, what is the name of Apple's web browser? What is the name of Apple's web browser? And number 4, what is the name of the largest city in Canada? What is the name of the largest city in Canada? Okay, and number 5, what was the language of the ancient Romans? What was the language of the ancient Romans? And finally, what primary color would you mix with blue to get green? What primary color would you mix with blue to get green? That's it. That's Crack the Code for you. If you can crack it, remember, from each of the answers, we need to pick up one letter. That will be 6 letters, and all of them put together will make a well-known word associated with Bangladesh. Okay, if you don't know, it will be your opportunity to learn through Bideshi Vibes today. Whoever cracks it, remember, you are going to get the chance to get access to the food at the Bangladeshi dinner party. Okay, so remember, it's 5 dishes, not 6. 5 dishes and 1 rice. Okay, so okay.
How many people can win this, Baba? How many people can win this? 1, 2, 10, 15?
No. There's two prizes up for grabs for this one. So there's two people who can get this.
Because I know Salam Jones has a fixed number of tickets. He's banging on about this fixed number of tickets. So if you can explain what this fixed number of tickets mean and why is it fixed?
Okay. Have you ever cooked for 150 people?
I've never cooked. Only thing I cooked was dim biryani. Sorry, dim guna. It's a famous.
No. He said, "Have you ever cooked for 150 people?" You said the only thing I cooked was dim biryani for what? 150 people, 10 people,
no, for myself.
3 people. Okay. Now you're coming to reality. Salam Bhai, over to you. You tell him how it should be told.
So normally we do for 100 people. Right, so this year, because we're not having a full-on event, we don't have other ways to generate, money for the cause. So I've been giving chopping boards. I'm a carpenter by day, right? So this year what I've done is every time I do a kitchen with solid wooden worktops, I take out the sink cutouts and I take out the hob cutouts and whatever bits are left over. And this year I've been making chopping boards and selling them off. Alhamdulillah, I've raised £500 just from the chopping boards. We have to think of the big target in the end, right? So Khali, so that, for me, that's a very, very small amount for so much work. And it's not the amount and it's not the work that I'm talking about. It's just, I would love to give you guys £5,000. I would really love to turn around and just say, you know what, here's £5,000, do with it what you will. So to generate extra revenue this year, we've bumped up the numbers to 150. Cooking for 100 people is very, very hard work. It's a lot of sweat involved. Cooking for 150 is madness. So that's why I've said, I'm going to limit the numbers. Now, unfortunately, with us Bengalis, we have, and I'm Bangladeshi, for anyone that doesn't know this, Jones, yeah?
We'll come to that, not now.
Yeah. So, but for I'm not Bengali. We have a slightly chaotic way of doing things. So, for us to know what we're cooking on the day, I've set a deadline of 2 weeks before the event, right? So 2 weeks before the event, we know exactly what we're cooking. One of the things that I hate with a passion is food waste. Here we are trying to raise money for a cause to help, destitute children in Bangladesh. And how are we doing it? By wasting food. I see a huge amount of irony and hypocrisy in that. So to avoid wasting food, we have to be really specific with the totals. So okay, we're gonna have 75 meat bunas. We're gonna have 120 prawn. We're gonna have 85 hidal satni. All of these have to be totaled, and that's why I'm particular about the set number of tickets. We've sold about 135. We've kept 15 aside for last minute stragglers, because again, I'm not Bengali man, so we're a little bit chaotic. We've given them 2 months. That's okay, right. All right. We've given them 2 months to get the tickets. 2 months. 2 months ago. Come on, you can order your tickets if you're interested or not. People who leave it to the last minute, and then turn up on the day saying, have you got tickets? I'm sorry, but we don't. We have to be organized with this. Otherwise, and let's be honest, nobody wants to be anybody else's second choice. If you turn up on the day because it's guys, you ever been on a date? I'm sure you all have. You're all men, right? No, you're a good boy, Nazir, yeah? Right. So the thing is, you don't ever really want to be somebody's second choice.
I only had dates during Ramadan. Is my only date.
Only one date or 30 dates?
30 dates during Ramadan.
Dates, yeah, okay. Right. But you get my point. So you don't want to really be, nobody wants to be somebody's second choice. So either you're going to come to this dinner party or you're not. If you turn up on the day and then you go, oh, nah, something else fell through, I'm sorry, but I respect myself and my team respects themselves way too much to be anybody's second choice. Yeah? So that's really what it's about. Okay? So
how can someone hold of these tickets? You got 15 or so tickets left.
I've literally got a handful of tickets left. Get in touch with me. Get in touch with me. I'll happily sell the tickets to you. I'll happily take your money. We've budgeted we've targeted for 150 tickets, and that in it because we want to give you guys more money this year. So we're not doing like
Dr. Jones. Where can we find you, Dr. Jones? Is it on social media or how?
It's not Dr. Jones, but even if it was, I wouldn't call myself Dr. Jones.
Chef Jones for the day.
Just call me Sal. I don't know, man. What's it? Okay. Call me whatever you want. It's not a problem. But you can just find me on Facebook. If they know you, Nazir, they can order through you. If they know Yahya, they can ask Yahya, can you get me 2 tickets, please? You don't have to like me. You don't have to speak to me. You don't have to have my number. You can just get in touch with you guys because to me, tendo BRT nani. As far as I know, you are BRT UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why can't you sell a couple of tickets?
We have
really
tried.
not that complicated. Yeah.
I think we have got some through us, but the people that we know, so it's a clash with us.
No, I know all the people you know.
Zach has made a very interesting comment. Can we not do it Monday to Wednesday so we have the eat out scheme basically?
Okay.
That
50%
scheme is a
tax.
Bogor Sogor scheme, right? It's not really helping the needs of the businesses.
Anyway, I want to come back to Salambai. Salambai, you mentioned something interesting. You said, do you know what it feels like to cook for 150 people? I have to admit, I don't. I've witnessed it. I've taken part in it, particularly for things like in Bangladesh, Ziyafat and Shinni and stuff like that, with the babursi who start almost the night, or the evening or the afternoon before the event and continue throughout the night to cook. But you said something interesting, which is you said when it came to our mothers, Tara, cooking for 10 is like cooking, cooking for 5. So Tara, aro beshori shira den aro alu den. So is that the same kind of process you're talking about? Yeah, alu ar shira beshori diba easily.
No.
You're
Because
putting him on the spot there, bro.
no. Listen. Alua Shiradi like it alagi when people turn up on the day knocking on your door going, let me in. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you put the alu and the shira for. We know now, we have a rough idea of how much food is to be cooked in 2 weeks' time, because we have to buy the ingredients. We have to, there's 5 different chefs. They're all cooking. Everybody's cooking. Okay, so let me explain to you, going back a bit. So the last couple of years, I did this thing. This year, my wife is leaving me. Yeah, because she can't take the stress. Uchuni. So we start cooking. So now, let me give you an example. So
I didn't get that. Bobby's leaving you to take a break or what? I don't.
Yeah, let me explain to you the story. So there's a couple of reasons she's actually leaving me. One is, I'll tell you in a minute. I'm actually quite there. But so what it is, when somebody comes to your house for a dawat, you have all the rice in the world. You have all the rice. How many dishes do you think that person's going to eat?
2.
6?
Yeah, 4
or 5.
You're generous. You're not conjuice. You're to be the life friend. Yeah. So that's 100 people coming to your house now. How many dishes do you think you need? 600 dishes, right? And but then you've got your team of 25 volunteers. 25 times 6 is what? Another 150 dishes. That's 750 dishes you have to cook. That's the total of 750. We start cooking the Friday night. So Friday shopping, we start cooking on the Friday night, and there are 3 or 4 different households. So there's Abbas is cooking in North London, Tanya's cooking in East London, Shireena's making the eggs. I'm cooking 2 in my house. Abdul Rob Aziz is coming down from Birmingham to help me cook. On the day, we're going to be frying all the fish. It's utter chaos. To cook for 100 people is madness. So to cook for 150 is just utter chaos. Now, every year, because I go through so much stress with all because at the end of the day, I'm the face of it. I'm also the one with all the stress. So every phone call comes to me. Listen, I need this, I need that. Oh, by the way, where are this, where are that? So it all comes to me, which is fine. I can deal with that. But because of that, my wife can't take the stress. So this year she's booked a hotel, or she's booked a holiday with her sister and her nieces to go away for the whole weekend. Yeah. Because she just doesn't want to be involved anymore. She's like, I've had enough of this.
Stay away from me.
I might join
Just to stay away from me for the week.
Sorry?
Is Zagaita Kunano? Where is the hotel? We might join Sasi and have a break ourselves.
No, Nazbai. You are not allowed to do that because you're going to be Nazbai. You're going to be a volunteer on the day.
I'm a volunteer driver. I'm a driver on the day, so I'm delivering.
Yes, you are. But the other reason she's leaving me is because it's our anniversary.
Oh wow! Sorry, Sasa, to hear that.
Clarity comes first.
Salam bhai.
Ji.
Just a personal question. Who does the cooking at home, you or Bobby?
If it's a fish, a hutki, it'll be me. And if it's meat as well, it'll be me. But meat and chicken, we've actually given up practically eating meat and chicken in our house. So it's really, but she cooks buzzies and stuff, and we share. We both work. We both are committed to our jobs. We're both tired. We both have lives, so it's not fair for me to come home and say, "Hey, I'm a randahoy." It's not. That's not how I live my life. Man. Come on, that's not how I want to.
Another thing,
I would never expect a woman to do something for me that I could not do for myself. Once I have mastered it, then I have every right to say, "Hey, I'm a randahoy, I'm a hanihoy." Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Salam bhai, I want to come to you, and we there's a lot that Salam bhai can reveal to us and share with us. Thank you very much. Don't forget, for those who haven't cracked the code yet, you're going to be missing out on this wonderful dishes, 5 dishes and a rice. That makes us 6. What I want to very quickly, we're going to be going on to very, very soon, a very special part of this program, one of the unique features of this program, which is on the spot. We're going to actually be putting Salam Jones on the spot, trying to find out how Bangladeshi he really is, because from these dishes, it seems that he's very, very passionate about Bangladesh, very well connected, very well grounded. But we're going to find out. We're going to put him on the spot very soon. One thing I wanted to know is that I know that Salamba is actually quite a bit of a writer himself. He enjoys writing. He's written, many things. I know he wrote a book called The Days of Our Wives. Very interesting title. Just briefly, can you tell us a little bit about the writing that you're interested in? Why do you enjoy writing? What kind of things are you writing at this moment in time?
I've known that I have a particular skill for writing since I was in secondary school. It's never really been a great passion of mine or a hobby or anything. But I realized, I found out a few years back that, because I was going through a really stressful period of my life. I was depressed, and I was just going through a really hard time. And I found that by writing, it really helped me, because I could put my feelings on paper rather than punching someone in the face. I could talk about them, I could write about them, and that was a release for me. So Yahya, if you annoy me, I won't turn up at your door. I'll just write about you, bro. Yeah. So and that for me. And then what I started to do was we started to encourage other young Bangladeshis, not so young, but young Bangladeshis, to get into creative writing through the Hope and Mike events that we did. So it was good. It was good. And then that in itself is a form of therapy. And I try and tell people all the time that, you know what, write it down. Even my wife, if she has issues, write your feelings down. She asked me a problem once, and I said to her, write down what you're feeling. By the time she'd finished, she already had her answer. So same thing to Nazir, I would say the same. If you ever have issues, write it down. Yahya, if you have something that's bothering you, take a step back, put it on paper. If you write, you will see your own words in front of you. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. It doesn't have to be, fantastic literature, as long as you've expressed yourself. And that in itself, even if you tell it to no one, it's a bit like prayer. To me, Allah gets a dua Quran, yeah? Who hears your prayers? No one else hears it but God. Yeah? And even if God doesn't hear your prayers, you are under the assumption that God has heard, or somebody has heard your prayer. So in a way, you release it. You offload. You get it out of your system, because it creates stress. It creates tension. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your blood pressure, cholesterol. All the rest of it. I think writing and Bangladesh as a nation, we are traditionally we are well known for our literature, and they've got huge, every year they have the huge boy mela in Dhaka, and Bangladesh is a nation of literature and writers, creative writers. Poets, kobita, we are known for this, and it's amazing how very few people in East London, this was in a Boroisi, we don't really go back to that part of our culture and our heritage, which is a shame, I think. But
thank you very much. Thank you very much, Salamba. We're coming up on the spot very soon. Just to say, I had the idea and wanted to ask, and the amazing thing is some of the audience have already asked. What we may want to do, Salambai, just for now, and we will come back to let our audience know. We may try to see if we can live stream all of your cooking on that night. If you allow us, then we might try to do that. I'm sure
you're more than welcome to.
We'll come back. We'll pick that up, inshallah, with you later on during the week. On the spot, are you ready for it, Salambai?
Yeah, go for it.
You sure?
I might not know everything.
Do you know what on the spot is? Do you want to explain to me a bit, Yahya?
Okay, well, the first round, Salambai.
Not in your world.
As part of Bideshi Vibes, one of the key features of our program is really bringing out the Bangladeshi within each of us and within each of our guests in particular, and of course our audience. So for those who think that they know it all, or for those who don't necessarily know it all, this is our chance to learn from each other. And I think tonight Salamba is going to be teaching all of us a lesson. Maybe some of us are assuming he doesn't know much about his Bangladeshi roots. I think he knows a lot, mashallah. So this part is the Deshi Nam.
Today we know is Dr. Jones.
We will
No, you've gone.
You've gone.
Sorry, now repeat that again.
Today we'll know whether you're Dr. Jones or a fake doctor.
I'm not a doctor, man. Yeah.
We will come back to
He's our Bangladeshi Salam Jones.
Sorry, go on. Right.
I said we will come back to the word Jones in a bit before we finish, inshallah. So producer, keep that in mind. But we're going to go straight into the on the spot challenge. This is the Bideshi Naam part of it. It's actually naming things you see. So are you ready?
Okay, go for it.
Go for it. Okay, producer. What is this item?
Oh God, I don't even know what it is. It's a fan, isn't it?
No. Look deep.
I'm looking deep. I can't see anything.
You're married, right? You're married, so you should know this one.
I can't say it live on air.
Because it's married.
All right.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
Kulallahan kita na inota.
Yeah, but that's. But there's a stick missing.
You know where you dry your borrows and stuff to make asar?
No, I don't.
Bro.
I don't know what
I
it
have
is.
no idea what that is.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. We'll go to the next one. Right. Yes.
Oh God! Oh, these are rice. These are rice husks. These are rice. I don't know the Bangla.
This is the time for boys to men. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you go. Yeah.
Hoka nam kita.
You'll be pulling your hair in a while.
এটা মুড়ি দি বানায় আর গুড় দি mix করে এখানে
Yes,
করে
I know exactly what it is, and I know how hard it is as well. But I don't know what it's called. Go on.
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে we're not going to tell you.
I'm just gonna get one probably. Go on.
All right, next one.
That's a spinning top.
Yeah, we want you to say the name.
What is going
What's the name for it?
I don't know it. Pass. Go on.
Latum.
Huh?
No answers, brother Nazir. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Lakum.
There's a leadership challenge as well. Leadership.
Yeah, it's a leadership board as well. You know, to see.
Okay, go on. I'm going to fail this miserably. I know it. Go on.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
What am I looking at? Bachain, Fani, Noka. What?
Is it Noka though?
Bash.
The raft.
The
raft. What is in the Bangla name for the raft?
I have no idea.
Come on, you're letting us down big time.
I'm letting myself down big time. You got a laugh.
You're letting the Bishnati down.
He's letting the Hidol Hutki down big time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Today's quiz should have been around Shutki and Lota and Isa and Hasan.
Should have been around food. Seriously.
No. It doesn't work like that with ours.
I know it doesn't work like that.
If you're Bangladeshi enough, you need to be able to pick up from different zones and get in. Let's move to the next one. Wow, come on, you can cook this salam bhai.
Kholar kita.
That's it. You're on the right track.
It's the duro well. Amare dara hikaisil. I know it. Kholar kita. Kholar. Now go on. Next one.
Hikaise salam bhai.
I went to Bangladesh.
Definitely kholar kichu. I can agree with that.
It's the little flower from the banana thingy. The inside, the center bit. What are the kita hole? Tara satni malain.
Yes. Kita di satni malain.
What's it called? What's the name? Even I know the name. Arami to Udeshor.
There's a very popular dish that you make with that and hutki, by the way.
Okay. Yes, I know. I know. Yes, I know it.
All right. So that was the first round, which was on the spot. This is what happened. You get
so far.
We wish we could show the audience your excuse me, your gum. We've got the second part. Before that, what I want to find out is Afnul Abdul Salam, Eloge Salam Jones Polesinan. The Jones Amar Sasar name Jones Asinli bhai.
Now you're wrong.
Dadan Namasil Jones.
No, you're wrong about something.
Yeah.
Correct me, please. Tell us where Jones comes from.
No, but you're wrong about something. Our name's it's not Abdul Salam.
Abdul Salam.
Abdul Salam. That's it.
I apologize for that. Then I'll take that
back. Right. No, that's fine.
Ohon Jones জোন্স কইতো না আইলো আপনার পাসপোর্ট তো বদলানি লাগছিল না এলা কিচ্ছু না তো
No. Jones, the name Jones, I kept it. It's a very, very long story, and one that you're not going to get, you're not privileged to, unfortunately, right? And that's how it is. But if you want an explanation, the explanation that I have, right? So you can choose. My mother had a love affair with Tom Jones. That's one, right? Then there was I am Welsh. That's another one. Yeah. Or the one I really liked, my favorite one is, the reason I kept the name Jones is because it ties together all of the various projects that I do. So there are lots of Abdul Salams in the world. It is not because I have a particular desire to be white. I have no desire. No offense, white people, but I'm perfectly happy in my skin. I'm perfectly happy with my identity. I don't have a desire to be white. However, I've always believed that what white people can do, I can do just as good, if not better. And that's really what it boils down to. So the name Jones is, right, if you can call yourself Jones, I can call myself Jones. Does that make
it's
sense?
not to do with Tommy Lee Jones না লগে সম্পর্ক নাই
No. Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
This thing.
Okay, all right, thank you very much for that.
Is that okay?
Sorry?
Is that good name to have? Nazbai.
Do you want my own? You don't want my honest opinion on this.
No.
No, you know
Not like this, Hassan.
we have to give on the uncut version, not this one. All right, we're going to go to the next round, Salam Bhai. You ready for the next round?
Oh God, no, not again. Bideshi, I'm gone.
This one's going to be
No,
easy.
this is Bideshi Kham.
Bideshi
What
Kham
you
kita.
have to do is you're going to get UK, European, Western images, and then you have to turn that into Bengali. Okay.
Okay,
So
go on.
whatever Bangla you have, you need to
Okay.
translate it into Bengali, basically.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Okay.
All right, let's go for it. Producer, okay. So yes, can you put this very famous household item into Bangla? What would be the name for it in Bangla?
Yeah, to fairy liquid, isn't it?
Nah.
No, it's just the full thing has to be the fairy washing up liquid. So fairy washing
Fairy
liquid.
dishwashing liquid. এটা হলো কিতা বর্তন তো এবার কিতা সাবানোর লিকুইড
Liquid তো বাংলা নাই
Liquid to Bangla na bhai.
আচ্ছা তে সাবানোর মশলা
নাম
What about fairy? Fairy to Bangla নাই।
Fairy to Bangla na.
transliteration
ফেরি কিতা হইতাম আমি you know I don't know
40
fairy
40 like you know those
Nazbai, no giving out the answers.
I don't know listen not one of you knows what a fairy is in Bangla.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. Garya.
no
Oh, that's no, sorry, that's a different type of fairy. Yeah, go on. Carry on.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Guys, can you stop giving out any answers, please? Thank you.
Right.
Now, you need to translate the main name of this biscuit in Bengali.
Donisa Classic.
Yeah, what's Doni Sani, okay, what's classic?
Biscuit.
No,
Classic.
I think Tony Sa is a good attempt, guys. So let's not divert. Let's go to the next one.
next one
Okay.
Teravera
What is that? What is it?
Wild orange, wild orange.
Khasa kita khomla.
Khasagum.
Khasa komna নাই পাতনা komna একটা
Wild.
Why-
Pakla
why
khomla.
Why is
What are you showing me? What are you guys showing me? Citrus kita.
wild,
tell-
what does wild mean in Bangla
Wild. You don't want me to answer that, do you? On a show like this?
না আপনি বাংলা এক শব্দ হইলো কা
I have no idea.
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে
Wild orange. Wild.
হ্যাঁ
Khasa
Wild.
orange, I like that. Khasagumla.
Sorry.
it's not really khasa is not the
No,
word.
it's not. It's
Okay,
not.
go on.
Next.
We won't give you the answer now. Let's see what's this. Yeah, please, this one.
Okay, John West. Macrolotocrine.
Tukran ni khali bhai, tukran ni ta. What English to koi na mackerel pieces. They say something else there.
Fillets. Mackerel fillets. Macrolotocrine. Masotocrine.
Fillet to special একটা অংশ আপনি টুকরাইন কই লইবো নি
I again, you've lost me. I don't know.
Kufta.
John West.
No.
John West.
Kufta. No.
Exactly. John is okay.
Kufta?
John is John, but what's West?
Westo Hobaidi.
কেমনে
হোবাইদি
মানে হোবাই দিকে হেমনে দি
তোবাইদি পাকিস্তানের দিকে
Is it Purbo? No, not Purbo.
What is west?
I have no idea.
Yeah, let's go to the next one, please, producer. Okay.
Quran English.
They
claps. Quran English. Quran Ingrezi.
ঠিক আছে, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Wow, there you go, on the spot, Salam Bhai. How does it feel? Well, see how you feel then.
Gamsu Daily Summer. Go on. Right, so
You've been the worst candidate to date, by the way.
গামছা লাগিয়ে দিবা
that's not a problem. No, I got 5 upstairs. Don't worry.
Okay.
I think it's a good opportunity to let you know that food is not the only knowledge you have to develop if you're going to be claiming citizenship connectivity with Bangladesh. By the way,
I don't. You know what? Tara hamare passport day now. No, seriously, I'm fine. They won't give me a passport. They won't give me Bangladeshi citizenship. They won't give me the no visa
maybe you might
requirement.
need to learn this you might need to get the answers for these questions and say yes I know these and I need the British Bangladesh citizenship passport.
Yeah. Now apparently I have to produce my birth certificate, and both my parents have to go with me as well.
Wow.
Okay, we've got another round now.
Okay.
Bonus round.
Okay.
Basically, একটা clip on a salani oibo.
Oh,
Listen
God.
to a clip. You have to translate that in Bangla. No English at all this time, right? So every
go on.
aspect has to be in Bangla. You will play
Okay.
it. First attempt, do on your own. Second attempt, we will try and join in and help you.
Okay.
You got that?
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red? You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? The truth? You can't handle the truth.
right. Salam Bhai, did you listen to?
Bye. Very fast.
Okay, let's we'll get a producer to play.
Okay.
But what you have to do is listen to it carefully. Yeah.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red? You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. We live in a world that has walls, and those walls.
Okay, now translate. Listen to and then
There's a Yako again.
can you hear?
Translate that what's written in front of you.
Yep, it's
Oh,
there.
sorry,
It's on the screen now.
Did you order the code red? To me, did you order the code red? To me, kita korsilaini. Jigish korsilaini. You don't have to answer. Ita zwab dewa lagto nai. I'll answer the. Ami zwab dimu. Zwab sasni. Yes, amar zwab ita amar kita usit. Ami faitam zwab. You want answers? No, zwab sasni. Ramzada. I want the truth. Na, tu zwab shojo korte barte nai. Oise ni.
হইছে রে ভাই fantastic
আবার খাসা বাঙালিরে মারি দিলাম
ভাই খাসা বাঙালি is what we need.
Very good, mashallah.
Okay.
All right, Salam Bhai.
Cool.
Now you can be calm and composed. Now you look at the whole thing again. You watch the clip from the movie and see how you can imitate as much of it as possible using that same sense from the movie in whatever level of Bengali you have, please. Okay. On Bideshi Vibes, live and exclusive, Salam Jones is going to give you the full truth. Go for it.
Am I?
Yeah, again.
Oh, sorry, I'm reading it this time. Did you order the red code? Okay. To me, red code kuchilaini. তোমার জবাব দেওয়া লাগতো নাই না আমি জবাব দিমু জবাব চাসনি আমি মনে করি যে আমি জবাব পাইতাম তোমার কাছ থেকে জবাব চাসনি আমি জবাব চাই আমি রাগ সহ্য করতে পারতে না হইছে নি
That's good.
ওকে
ঠিক আছে
Well done.
আচ্ছা,
Thank you.
তাহলে 100
MashaAllah. Excellent. Thank you very much for that.
I swear তোরা একবারে পাগল হলো
Oh, Zach said Haramzada, not Bengali, by the way.
ঠিক আছে এটা আমরা বাঙালি ডায়লগ
সকল ভাষায় বুঝে তারা
Have you watched that movie then, Salam Bhai? Do you remember
I'm
watching
not no
Okay. You're not the only one. I have to declare.
A few good men, right? It's about court cases and something. I don't do army.
It looks quite boring.
A few good Bengali men. I think
Yeah.
he's probably, I think he's talking about us rather than the film. Let's can we come producer, can we come to the crack the code? Are we ready for that? If we are ready, then we can probably try to see if we can give the answer for crack the code. Right. All right. So the first answer was a heptagon. So I guess it's the letter H. The second answer was Eiffel. The third was Safari. The fourth was Toronto. And the fifth was Latin. And the sixth was yellow from those, color mixing, basically. So all of those make up the word SYLHET. For all of you survivors, if you didn't get it, there you have it, basically.
আচ্ছা সালাম চাচা একটা গান গাইলো আমরা সকল সিলেটি
All right, so just to let you know, let everyone know, the winners are on the screen. Islamuddin and Nazrul Haq. Islamuddin and Nazrul Haq, you are going to be entitled to 5 dishes and 1 rice. Okay? 5 dishes, 1 rice. Make sure you get in touch with us by bideshivibes@gmail.com. bideshivibes@gmail.com, and we will send you the voucher. And anyone else who hasn't got the ticket, there's about 15 to 16 tickets left. You can email Bideshi Vibes, and we will be able to arrange that for you. If you are in touch with Salam Bhai online, you can get access to it. But yeah, definitely get in touch with Bideshi Vibes, and we'll be able to get those tickets for you. A big thank you and shout out to our sponsors for today's prize giveaway. The first one is the Association of Bangladesh Shops, Takeaways and Restaurants, Abstar. So big thank you to Abstar. I know that Abstar is planning to do some big work. So all the best, and thank you once again to Abstar for sponsoring the prizes today. And the dinner party is not far away, inshallah. Obviously it's going to be a bit different today because this one is going to be takeaway only due to the lockdown situation, as you can all appreciate. But inshallah, in itself, it will be very unique. I think COVID has been a very unique experience to all of us. As much difficulty as we have experienced, at the same time we've experienced so many different opportunities. Now, Salam Bhai, we are going to be coming to an end. But one thing I would like to find out from you, through COVID, have you discovered anything different about food for yourself? Someone who's so passionate about food. Did COVID give you enough time to really bring out the taste of those dishes or to innovate something?
So now, one of the things that, and I don't know if it's directly related to COVID or not, but one of the things that we have to accept as a community is that there is a high level of COVID-related deaths within the Bangladeshi community. Yeah, and part of that is to do with our health and the fact that we are slightly more open to diseases and medical conditions that are not too good in this situation with the COVID thing. Yeah, so that's not to say that every Bengali who gets COVID will die, but we have a higher risk of being severely infected. Okay, so regarding health, for me personally, it's not an uncommon knowledge to say that since the levels of illness within our community, so diabetes, cholesterol, diabetics are much more at risk from COVID than your average person. That's the fact. Cholesterol, heart disease, blood pressure, cancers, all of these things that are related to our diets since coming to the United Kingdom. So in Bangladesh, one of the things, I was just there just 2 weeks before the lockdown started in this country. So I did a 5-week tour this year. And one of the things about Bangladeshi the diet there, the food, is they eat a lot of vegetables. So they eat a lot of greens, buzzy. They don't fry the absolute life out of it. And the meat thing really is for the more wealthier and upper classes. Over here, we've got money, we've got regular income coming in, we've got, and we tend to eat meat every day. Part of that is to do with the culture of meat being identified with the wealthier classes. So we think, okay, we can afford it, then every day. What we don't realize is that's really, really bad for your health. So I've myself, together with various other people that I know, actively campaigning for the last couple of years now. So I talk about it on my Facebook quite a bit, and I try to promote. This year, we've narrowed the meat dishes down to one dish, and even then, sorry?
Is that a sinner dish? Is that a sinner?
That's the sinner, yeah. From all of the dishes, the sinner is the one with the least meat, right? It may have more fat, but the fat, you can dissipate it. In the cooking room, and you don't necessarily have to have the fat. But so I don't want to give you lamb chops. I don't want to give you, the from the leg. I don't want to give you the big chunks of meat. So we've really narrowed it down to one, and even then it's got hatkhora in it. And hatkhora is proven again to be very, very good for your blood pressure.
একটা question বারবার মানুষের জিজ্ঞাসা যে আপনার ডিশের সাইজ যখন কত বড়? Is it a big dish or is it little containers? How big are these dishes?
Okay, the dishes themselves, so if you've got 6, we're giving you 5 dishes. Right? So, for example, mangsho will be 1 portion of meat. 1 portion is to me ek plate khaite farbai. Yeah, hidol startni to me again ek plate rice khaite farbai. Yeah. The tomato borta, they'll be decent sized meals, man. I mean, we're not going to
it's basically for 1 person, not 6 people or
no, you'd be
for 1 person.
Do you know what? I don't understand why some people think that you can feed a family of 4 with 1 meal. I don't know where they get that from. And the thing is, it's about the charity aspect of it. So you're giving a money to charity, fine, yeah? Okay, to me, that's between you and God, yeah? That's not for me to judge you. But ultimately, it's 1 meal, yeah? And that doesn't mean you eat 6 times for £20. It
Like
means
up to them though. They could keep in the fridge and just have 1 pot and then come back.
Sure. If you're really
That's the
skinny,
individual
you like
choice.
living like that, sure. But if you want to enjoy your food, like tumatalahan, I mean, you're not exactly small boys, are you? Yeah. If you want to eat a good, healthy meal, 5 dishes. Yeah, there you go, mate. Look at that. Look at the size of those arms. Yeah, that's quite a few. Belly.
আপনার বাতিদার খালি আতু হলো আর কিছু না
কিছু নাই বুগুত মাংস নাই
Yeah. But the thing is, right, if you sit down with 5 of those dishes, আমি guarantee দিলাম তুমি 3 plate rice খাইতে পারবে 5টা ডিশের লগে. So একবারে ফেট বড়িয়া খাইলা, and like you can have a really decent munch. Yeah, no one's going to complain. One thing about all of the stuff that we do, so whether that's giving all this charity stuff that I do, whether it's selling you a chopping board or selling you a meal or selling you a book, right, like this one, yeah, whatever I do, I always want to give you value for money. Does that make sense? So it's not like, okay, to me dirai, yeah, you're giving the money to charity, but ultimately you're getting something for it. So let me give you an example. I went to Birmingham. I went to the No Cabais. They invited me up there. So I went there and I set up a whole stall. And I was standing there selling my books for the charity, for the appeal. So there's আমি কইলাম আমি এটা 20 ফোন করি বেচলাম একটা বই আম্মা এটা 20 ফোন ওতো দাম কিতা বেটা ঠিক আছে তে কাম করো চাচা আপনি আল্লাহর ওয়াস্তে 20টা ফোন দিলাও আমি আপনারে গিফট একটা দিব really yeah I'll give you a book like this give me 20 quid for charity do you see the difference in the mentality in the mindset? You have to, if you're going to take money off people for charity purposes, you have to give them something that's worthy. Does that make sense? I like to provide a product that they feel like they've walked away with something they've got for it. Yeah.
Okay, we're nearly coming to the end of the show.
I say thank you very much to Salam Bhai. I'm very grateful, and I'm sure our audience is very grateful. I hope everyone enjoyed it tonight. I'm going to ask Nazir Bhai just to remind us when the Bangladeshi Dinner Party 2020 takeaway is, and the location. And obviously, we've already said for those who want to book the last 15, 17 odd tickets to get those meals, 5 dishes and a rice. You can get in touch with Bideshi Vibes, of course, and you can get in touch with Salam Bhai through online. And Nazir Bhai, do you want to just quickly tell us when the date is for the Bangladeshi Dinner Party
Yes,
2020
inshallah.
takeaway?
I just,
And then we're going to wrap it up. I've got a
before
few
I
things
wrap
to
it
just
up, I
say.
just wanted to find out just in couple of words, how young people can be enticed to be like, we see Salam Jones as this inspiring figure of the community. How can other young people be like yourself? What do they need to do to become the next generation Salam Jones? That's my question before I wrap it up, please.
First of all, I have no money, so stop buttering me up, right? I really can't lend anything to you. I don't know why you people keep going on about inspirational. I know you're being nice and polite and whatnot, but really, I don't see myself as inspirational. I see myself as just a normal guy, like all three of you, and just getting on with my life. Yeah. However, if people want to get into writing, send them my way. I'm more than happy to show them how to get into writing. If people want to take up photography, which is a great passion, yeah, there is an old saying in life that, and this is something that we need to educate our younger children, on. And I think a lot of parents, especially from the older generation, the parents put emphasis on their children for the wrong reasons. Doctor born, pilot born, yeah, accountant born. But if you're not happy in those things, you're not really going to excel. Yeah. So we put emphasis like all these A-level things. I mean, I know it's a travesty, and I know, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. You can resit your A-levels. You can you can go for it again. You can appeal. There's so much more. There are other universities you can go to. So you didn't get into Oxford and Cambridge. The pressure alone kills people. So there's this really famous quote saying, if you love what you find a job that you enjoy doing, and you will never work another day of your life. And that was written by a man called Confucius. Yeah. So Chinese dude, really clever. The idea that the idea behind this is that no matter what you encourage the young people to do, you have to inspire them to be passionate about what they do. If it doesn't matter if your son wants to open an Indian restaurant or a Bangladeshi restaurant, if he's passionate about it, he will succeed. He will become the very best at what he does. It doesn't matter if he wants to become a doctor or a nurse. If that's what he or she enjoys doing, that's what they will excel at. So this is something that's really important. So if they want to take up photography, send them my way. If they want to take up cooking, send them to me. Yeah, I will happily show them. But they have to have that passion. Without the passion, they're just mundane. They go to their jobs, they live, they work, they pay a mortgage, and they die. And then we pray for them afterwards. Does that make sense?
Thank you very much. Thank you,
sir. The Bangladeshi takeaway dinner party is on the 29th of August, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Stifford Centre, Stepney Green.
Collection time is between 4 and 8, and when they buy their tickets, Sharina, who's watching probably, Sharina will get in touch with them at some point or another to tell them an allocated time slot. The last thing we want is 150 people to turn up at 6 o'clock. Yeah. So really, we're trying to spread it out between 4 and 8 o'clock that evening. In such 10-minute intervals. There is a photo booth there. So if they put on their best glad rags, they come with dressed in saris or whatever, and they want photographs taken, we are happy. This is for us, it's a way to generate even more income for the cause. We are happy to print out their photos in full color and then post them to them afterwards. Okay. Anyone who came to last year's dinner party, you will know what beautiful photos were produced from that one. So you've got the backdrop, you've got yourself dressed up, nice and neat. We've got a professional photographer. Inan is doing the photography this year as well. He's an amazing photographer. I would do it myself. With Rishna would do it, but Rishna's busy. I'm going to be my hands are tied up. So Inan is a great photographer. He's going to do that. What else? Yeah, just come. Please observe the social distancing thing. If you have to, wear a mask. Don't go rubbing shoulders with everybody. Don't start hugging people, because that's not what this is about. It's not about getting banned or getting into trouble with the authorities. Okay, we really need to keep it sensible, so we're all safe from one another, and also we so the event is a joyous one, and to remember for the right reasons, not because we infected 150 people with COVID-19. Okay.
Thank you very much, Salam Bhai, and thanks once again to all of our audience. যারা দেখছেন সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ আমরা পক্ষ থেকে বিশেষ করিয়া সালাম ভাই রে সবাই দাওয়াত রইল টিকিট বুক করতে বা 15-16টা টিকিট রয়েছে বাংলাদেশ ডিনার পার্টি অগাস্টের 29 তারিখ বিকাল 7টা থেকে রাত 8টা পর্যন্ত আগে অন্যজন বুকিং করেন নাতে একটু ডিফিকাল্টি হবে বিশেষ করে সোশ্যাল ডিসটেন্সিং এর কারণে এই অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্টটা জিওইবো ডেলিভারি আর টেক ওয়ে সার্ভিস আছে একটা লোকেশন হলো স্টেপল সেন্টার স্টেপনি পরে 226 ক্রেসি প্লেস স্টেপনি গ্রিন লন্ডন E13JG আমি আবার ধন্যবাদ জানাইলাম থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ সালাম ভাই আবার আপনার লগে কত হইব আপনি একটা বই দেখাইছেন ইনশাআল্লাহ আই উইল কামিং টু ইউ ব্রাদার আনসার Bangladeshi Diaries লইয়া একটা photography book we are planning to basically on the next show we will talk a bit more about the book we might even bring it up as a prize for those who are very keen to be able to get a copy of that. There you go.
Listen, you can have this one on me, seriously, okay?
Thank you very much for that.
Next show. So tonight.
On the next show, and the other thing that we said, inshallah, we will see if we will talk to Salam Bhai and the team later to see if we can broadcast live through Bideshi Vibes, particularly the behind the scenes, the whole kitchen work that happens. That would be quite interesting to do.
You need to liaise with Mohammed. He's the man.
We'll be in touch, inshallah, to do that. Thank you to the producer. Thank you, Nazir Bhai. Ansar Bhai, a few words.
Yeah, lastly, I wanted to say, Nazba, you've never been onto a date, so this is your chance to take our dearest Bobby to the Bangladeshi dinner party takeaway, yeah?
I'm a delivery man, I'm a delivery man.
No,
so
bro, take Bobby on the date. That's it. Take Bobby with you on the next seat.
We've only got 2
Bobby
deliveries. Kelly will take care of that.
Yeah. And for Salam John Bhai's happy wedding anniversary to you and Bobby, brother, in advance.
Oh, don't remind me. He's already annoyed.
Thanks a lot to all of our audience. Thank you once again to Salam Bhai. Thank you to Nazir Bhai. Thank you to Ansar Bhai. Sorry that Kabir Bhai couldn't join. We wish him a speedy and complete recovery, inshallah, shafahullah. And to all of our audience, please join us again in a fortnight's time. Don't forget to book your tickets for the Bangladeshi dinner party. Message us. Don't forget to follow, like, and share this page. Salam Bhai, we hope you can further push this page to your audience, inshallah, and we look forward to engaging with you, the audience that were on tonight. And have a good evening and rest of the week, inshallah. Take care.
Assalamu alaikum.
Stay safe. Stay safe.